Sushmita Dev, your party, there are investments that are there in Bengal by the Adani Group. Does your party see this as a diversion from the real issues that is the India Alliance now going to take on Gautam Adani and the revelations and target the Modi government, or is the India Alliance far more conscious about how to achieve some chemistry between allies, for example, between you and the left? What is your priority? What is the priority of this India Alliance?
Sorry.
Sushmita, you're
yeah,
on mute.
sorry.
Can you unmute yourself, please?
Yeah, first of all, I think it's
go ahead now.
It's quite surprising to see any party spokesperson defending Adani. I hope your viewers are noticing that. Number two, whatever our stand on Adani is not only on TV channels, but is also in the and Rajya Sabha. Our parliamentarians and members of parliament have given their views on Adani very clearly. Thirdly, Rajdeep, to say that just because Mr. Adani has made an investment in Chhattisgarh or has made an investment in West Bengal means that he's capable of no wrong and we can't question him on any other issue is a complete fallacy. Today, a businessman may have done something in some state or made some investment in some state. That doesn't give him a blanket permit to go and do something that is totally against the SEBI rules or whatever in another case. So please stop cornering a Bhupesh Baghel and a Ashok Gehlot and a Mamata Banerjee saying, oh, they've invested in these states, so Adani now should get a clean sheet from all the parties. I think that argument is absolutely
unacceptable. Does Mamata Banerjee share Rahul Gandhi's views about the way the Adani Group operates? My simple question is, does Mamata Banerjee share? Rahul Gandhi had a separate press conference today targeting Adani based on these revelations. Does Mamata Banerjee, do the India allies support Rahul Gandhi in this crusade that he has launched against the Adanis and their alleged links with the Modi government?
At the cost of repeating myself, whether it is a Adani or whether it's a Ambani or whether it's the Tatas, if you are guilty of bad and illegal business practices, why should any chief minister support it? Why are you making this about Rahul Gandhi's press meet? That's the point I'm making. I mean, there is clearly you're trying to look for a divide amongst the parties who are in alliance in India, but it's not going to work. If something is wrong, it is wrong. If something is right, it is right. If Adani does something wrong, why will any chief minister support him?
The fact is, Shehzad Poonawalla, the Prime Minister has kept completely silent. The Prime Minister has kept completely silent on the Adani question. Now that it's resurfaced, will the Prime Minister be ready to speak? So far, he's kept silent. Instead, we now have the Prime Minister or the Parliamentary Affairs Minister saying 5-day special session in the middle of Ganesh Chaturthi to celebrate Amrit Kal. The feeling is this is a diversionary tactic. You all don't want to face the real issues. Instead, you want to use issues to pump up the Prime Minister's image rather than the Prime Minister answering the questions on Adani that the opposition wants to raise.
Give me 45 seconds to answer that question without interruptions. First of all, are you suggesting that a special session of parliament, which is something that has been done not just for the first time, but it has happened in Vajpayeeji's tenure and in the UPA, is a diversion? So calling for parliamentary session where people's issues are discussed is a diversion according to Rajdeep Sardesai. All right. Now let me come to the larger question that you're asking about Prime Minister's silence.
Not according to me, according to the opposition. Let Shehzad Poonawalla, please. I said the opposition says it's a diversion. Suddenly out of the blue you announce a special session in the middle of Ganesh Chaturthi.
Rajdeep, don't get so defensive. I understand. I didn't mean it against you. I meant that this is what you're conveying. Anyways, let me move on. Rajdeep, now let me come to the issue. I am glad the Prime Minister does not speak on this. I'll tell you why. Because there's a Supreme Court probe which the expert panel committee was doing. Should the Prime Minister or any executive authority be saying anything when a judicial probe is on? This is the separation of powers that we always envy in the Constitution. But Rajdeep, I want to ask you, when the Supreme Court gives a or the panel in the sense says that the SEBI has done no regulatory mistake and it has come out with its categorical finding, and I know you have gone through that report, and if still Adani is considered to be corrupt, I am not defending Adani, I am saying if he is considered to be corrupt or something that has been done wrong by him, then what allows the Chief Minister to invite him and give him Tajpur port in West Bengal? And please tell me that if he is corrupt, then how come he can be corrupt in one part of the country but not in others? So when Dighi port was handed over by Uddhav Thackeray, was it corrupt or not corrupt? And thirdly, I want to ask you a very specific question. Here is the TMC. Now on this so-called divide part, Sushmita ji has let the cat out of the bag. The TMC never demanded a JPC. I'm reading out official statement of Mr. Derek O'Brien. TMC says, I appeal to the state governments to probe Adani Group wherever they have a project. This is their stand. Now I ask you that when this was the stand of TMC and there was nothing to hide, why didn't Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan order the probes? This is Derek O'Brien's stand. And by the way, let me also tell you, Mr. Khadge on 2nd February 2023 said, either Supreme Court probe or JPC, one of them. The Supreme Court probe started when a Congress leader, Jaya Thakur, went to court. When that started, do they not have faith in the Supreme Court? And it is the TMC which said that state government should probe. So I ask the TMC, where is the state government probe in Rajasthan? Where is the state government probe? But let me come to the larger issue now.
Okay, you made Shehzad, yes, go ahead.
Rajdeep, I'll tell you what the problem is. Rajdeep, just 20 seconds, I'll tell you the problem. The problem is that on one hand, you have mission and vision of the Prime Minister who wants to take this country from 10th to 3rd position, who wants to take 13.5 crore people out of poverty, who wants to double per capita income, who's quadruple per capita income of middle class. But other end, you have people who have just no mission, vision, only contradiction and ambition. And with this ambition, sometimes they say we will become PM. But they, in their contradiction, you can see TMC versus left. Okay. You can see TMC versus Congress party. You can see Congress versus left today. Today, Pinarayi Vijayan has said Congress is not secular. Today, Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary saying democracy is dead in West Bengal under Mamata Banerjee after the bomb blast case. Where is this contradiction coming from? Because they have nothing in common. What is their common between on 370?
Okay,
Article 370 is an important issue.
You made your point, Shehzad.